Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I am Carla Webb, Christian life coach, and this is this week's episode of If You Only Knew. I am your host, and today my guest is Caroline Fardig. Yay! Say hello. And Caroline, we go way back.
Oh yeah,
we've known each other since what, junior high? We were in. She went to Boonville, and I went to Tecumseh, and we were in choir and band, and both ended up being music majors eventually down the road, and we both taught at Boonville Middle School.
That's right.
At one point, and now neither one of us are music teachers. We both. Just for various reasons, but we both love music, and we have both been worship ministers, and so we have a lot in common, except that she is a fabulous writer, and I stress out about writing an email. So I am so happy to have you on. And first of all, I'll let her tell you more about what she is doing now, but I just want to tell you, we'll just start off telling you how proud I am of you, of following your dreams, doing the hard work to make that a reality, and that even people like us from Boonville, we can chase our dreams and make them come true. And you have really epitomized that, and I'm just very proud of you. So it's been great to see you flourish like that. Oh, hey, my sister Missy's on here. Hi, Missy. So I brought her on, and I'm going to have her. This is, like I said, this is Caroline, and I'm going to have her tell a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay. Hi, I'm Caroline, and I've always been from Boonville. Always lived here, and I went to UE and was a music major, and I did teach at Boonville High School and Boonville Middle School for a bit, and then I ended up doing a lot of office work, and I just had a lot of unusual jobs. I've been an organist and a worship minister, and I worked at the funeral home in town. I mean, I've kind of run the gamut of things. I've sold insurance.
That's the funeral home. Whenever I saw that, I was like, that is interesting.
That was my favorite job.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I loved
so
it. I mean, the people were just so nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up until I started writing, and I love it, and I do it every day. Wow. And I can't get enough of it. And the days I don't get to write, I'm sad, and and I just like that creative thing, going on. And but sometimes you have to stop and do the marketing thing, and you have to, like we were talking earlier about sending out emails and how that wasn't as fun to get together a newsletter, and we'd rather do like what we really like to do instead of pushing our product.
Yes, absolutely. Which is what is your product?
My product is
ta-da. There you go.
I have a trouble with the camera today. Anyway, I write mystery novels, and I was trying to count them up the other day. I think I've got 15. Wow. Yeah. So anyway, I've got 4 different series, and they're on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, everywhere you can buy ebooks or print books, you can get them. So yeah.
Now I am fascinated. You actually went back to college, went to school to do what? Explain what you did.
Yeah, I went to Ivy Tech. They have an amazing criminology set of criminology classes, and the forensics class I took was actually taught by the firearms and tool mark examiner from the Indiana State Police lab in Evansville. I mean, she's amazing. She knows her stuff. So, not only did we get her knowledge and expertise, we got to go tour the lab. Ooh, and that was awesome. It was like being on CSI.
Yeah. But you did this for your mystery novels.
Yes. For that series, the main character is like Mark Helgenberger on CSI. She's one of the people that gets in there and
that is amazing.
Picks out all the little trace evidence, and
that is dedication.
Yeah,
that is absolute dedication to then go and take classes in criminology. Is that what you said?
Yeah. It was forensics. It was 2 forensics classes and then an investigations class, actually. So I took 3.
Wow. So that's dedication to your
going
craft.
Back to school at 40. It was really. I was the oldest one.
Yeah, that would be exciting. But that just shows the dedication to your craft, and that is to be commended, highly commended. Absolutely. So make sure you check her out. We'll, at the end of this, we'll tell you how you can get in contact with her and how to find her books. But now for today, she's on here to ask a couple of questions, or answer a couple of questions that I ask all of my guests. And so the first one, we've lived enough life now that we have been through a few things. And the first question is, in regards to relationships, if you could go back and be your own best friend, what would you tell yourself?
Well, I know we had talked about this earlier a little bit, kind of what I was going to touch on today. I was going to touch on my business relationships. When I first started out, straight out of college, 22 years old, you still were in that mindset of, I'm a student, and being a teacher too. Your principal was your boss, but he's still the principal. So you're kind of still in high school mode, like, I better be a good kid because the principal's watching.
Right. Yes.
Not that they were very nice, but I still was kind of in that, respect your elders mode and things like that, which, obviously you should respect your boss and everything like that. But I think I was so in that mode for years of, respect your elders. I didn't really know, at the beginning of your career, you don't know how to deal with a boss necessarily. That's something that you learn along the way. And, I wish I could have said, it's okay to, speak your mind and not just be like, okay, go with the flow of everything. It's okay to have your own opinion. Even if it's against, the opinion of the person in charge. I mean, as long as you put it across nicely and, don't get.
You can respectfully disagree. You don't have to agree on everything.
And not that I really got bulldozed. I mean, I had one job, national one time, one of my many, where I kind of felt like the boss was bulldozing me. And, then that was right around the time that I got pregnant and had my first child. So, and that I think was the real shift in me. Like, I finally got my adult card.
Yes.
Once I had that baby.
You're gonna be a mom.
Wow, all of a sudden I can stand up for myself. So I just went and got a different job. You could transfer around within Old National. It was very easy. And, when I had left jobs before to, move up or whatever, move to a different company or things like that, I was always really worried and nervous about going and telling, my boss that I had to quit and that I had a new job, and it would just eat me up inside because it was, it was like that. I was trying to please them because they were older and, so this time I was like, hey, see ya. So, and I feel like that was a really big turning point. And then I had actually had this job where I worked at this job, and I ended up, it was a part-time job and I needed a full-time job. And so I went and I worked at another place for a while. And then once I had my child, I did want that part-time job again so I could stay home with him a little bit. So I went back to this company, and my boss was really cool about it. He had me back, and this is something I remember. And I mean, my kid's 16. So, I mean, this was 16 years ago that he's telling me this. He was like, there is such a difference between when you worked here before and when you work here now. I think it's that baby.
I'm an adult now.
Like, you're such an adult. So, I mean, I really think that, and I mean, not that you have to have a child to, be an adult, but I for me, that was what kind of flipped the switch of like, you need to stand up for yourself because nobody else is going to. And, you in business, you can be nice, but you can't let yourself be steamrollered over.
Yes.
Because that's your business you're talking about. And, while you can be polite and you need to be, then, if you want to get ahead and follow your dreams, you got to kind of, step up and you have to be your own best friend.
Yes, you have to be your own best friend, and you have to be your own advocate. And it isn't, I think as women in particular, we get, we get labeled with some not so nice words, a B word, bossy, or maybe a few other or maybe a few other B words. But if we are assertive and say, and have, and establish our boundaries and say, this is what I will accept, this is what I won't accept, or negotiate, and not get steamrolled, then we do have a tendency to get labeled. But that is okay. It's okay. We are, that's how we make progress. That's how we let people know what we will allow and what we won't allow, and how we will, we set the expectation as to how we get treated.
Definitely.
So that's an important lesson. So that's good. And it has helped you with your career?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Because now you are responsible for representing yourself and representing your books and getting the word out and taking charge of your own career. And so that's important.
Right. I mean, that I have an agent now who, sells my books for me, and he's my advocate, in that sense. But I still, like, on social media, for example, I have to be my own advocate. I don't have a publicist on staff or anything like that. And even more importantly, and this is an odd topic maybe for, just people in general, but comments you get on books that you write. Everybody leaves comments on Amazon or whatever, and, everybody likes to dissect, their favorite book or their favorite movie or whatever. But a lot of times you don't realize that the author on the other end is reading these things and they're like, oh, people hate me.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and in that, and a lot of authors have, have gone and fought back and but you can't really do that. I mean, it's kind of petty. I mean, you don't need to be doing that. So I'm just going through.
Yeah, that's a good advice. Good advice. Very, very good advice. So that's good. That was excellent. So the next question then is, what is a truth that God has revealed to you about yourself on this journey?
I think it's that I'm stronger than I realize. I'm kind of a pleaser, a people pleaser. I don't like it when people don't like me, things like that. But, it's not the end of the world when somebody doesn't like you. It's not the end of the world when somebody doesn't like what you do, your work, or things like that. And I really think that going back, to honestly to being a mom, that just really gave me the confidence that I'm okay. I can do this. I can raise a child and, keep him alive.
I brought another human being into this world.
I mean, and that was something that, is a difficult task, and it's, something that everybody does and everybody does well.
Yeah.
We all can do this.
We get through
this. But yeah, I mean, I think that, just like there's nothing you can't do if you want to put your mind to it. I mean, maybe I can't, like, be an Olympic athlete or something. Yeah. I'm a little old for that, but
not to offend any curling.
Curling.
But we might be able to do that. Maybe some training we can do that. Maybe. I don't know. Sure. I think it's all difficult. So. Well, yeah, but we are stronger than what we think. And especially whenever we put our strength in the Lord and we let him be our strength, then it is amazing what we can accomplish and what we can get through. For sure. So those are both really good things. So I want people to know how they can find you, how they can get your books. What's the best way of getting in contact with you?
In contact with me, I have a Facebook page. I think it's just my name, Caroline Fardig. You can type that in, you'll find my author page. And then I'm on Instagram. It's at Caroline Fardig Books.
Okay.
On Instagram. And I mean, I do have a website, carolinefardig.com. So there's that. I mean, you can always look on Amazon. I think all my information's there too, to get from me.
And what are you have a couple of different series. So if they wanted to search your series on Amazon,
they should all be on my author page. Everything should be there. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm glad two Boonville girls got to, and I got to do this at my house. I didn't have to, because all of my, I shouldn't say all of it, but I usually do my interviews in Evansville, because asking people to drive to Boonville is like asking them to drive to a foreign country. So we're both here, and it was easy. Yay. And it was an excuse to clean up my office a little bit.
We all need that.
Yes, we need that incentive. So, well, thank you so much. And again, check her out. Check her books out. Go to Amazon.com and Caroline Fardig, and then you can find her, Caroline Fardig, on all social media. So do that, support her, and if you love a good mystery novel, then she's your girl. And so I'm Carla Webb, and if you need any life coaching, if you need any help with relationships or growing deeper in your spiritual life, then you can contact me by hitting the Book Now button, and you get a 30-minute consultation where we can just chat and see, see where this goes, see if coaching is right for you, see if it is something that you want or need, and if not, then I'll just send you away with a blessing, and we'll go from there. So, but I thank you so much for tuning in. Every Monday at 12:30 Central Standard Time is a new episode of If You Only Knew, and we will see you next week. So take care, guys. Bye.